Hey, what's going on? This is Tariq Nasheed, and I am in Washington, D.C. right now at Freedom Plaza. This is the location where we're going to have the FBA Rally for Reparations on Saturday, November 5th, 2022. We got Dr. Boyce Watkins, Teslin Figaro, Riza Islam, Professor James Small, Dr. Kaba, so many phenomenal people, and many, many more. This is the most important rally that we've had in modern American history because this is the first time that we've gotten together as a group, collectively, to come to the powers that be and demand specific tangibles for foundational Black Americans. You don't want to miss this, ladies and gentlemen, so be here, Freedom Plaza, Washington, D.C., November 5th, 2022. For more information, go to rallyforreparations.com. That's rallyforreparations.com.
Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces.
If you're tired of being censored on social media, join 60s.net. It's Black owned, Black operated, and Black moderated, and we make sure it stays a safe space for us to talk about all things Black culture. We also got some cool gear like the FDM cotton crew neck, the Fearless Ancestors tee, hats, and more. Check us out at 60s.net.
Hey girl, why are you so sad?
I just got banned from Twitter again.
Should have been on 60s.net. Ah.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. Welcome once again to the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX officially, and this is the weekly wrap up. And of course, not even 24 hours away from the big event. Not even 24 hours away. I wish I could be there, but I'm here for those of you who are not in your normal places and will be out there. Hey, man, I'm rocking for y'all this evening. So with that being said, I'm actually going to put the link in the chat for those of you who are in this live and are actually there. I want you all to come on through. Yeah, everybody said me too. Can you still hear me? Hopefully I almost feeling my voice cut out. Yeah, it did. Yes, it did. My voice sounds very low. Check. Can y'all hear me? Hold on. Oh, loud and clear. Okay, good. It almost sounded like I couldn't hear myself for a minute. Let me turn this up. All right. I'm good. All right. So, man, it's dope, man. This is going to be a monumental event, with all the family being there. I got a lot of the partners I deal with and talk to and work with. They'll be there, and the sisters as well. So that's really cool. So shout out to all the people who have helped put this thing together. Like Dr. Randy Short, Linus Crown, of course, Tariq Nasheed, Connie Collins, and all the other people, Marcel Dixon. So like these people aren't just speaking. Like these people also have strongly helped put this thing together for the family. So, it's all hands on deck situation. For those who were there and for those who aren't. That's what's so dope. So, for those who could help in the ways they could, they have done so. For anybody who is out there, I won't hold you up. So if you guys are, this is just for the family in DC. For the family in DC at the rally, if y'all are out there and y'all want to tap in, you could tap in at any given time during this broadcast. You are more than welcome. And if not, then we're just going to go ahead and continue on with tonight's broadcast. But giving anybody the opportunity that's out there right now, Washington, D.C., or even if you're still driving into the city and you'll be at the rally tomorrow, you're driving into D.C. right now and you'll be there. As y'all saw last night, for those of you who are subscribed to my brother Afro Elite, we were out, we were on his live. Had that brother up late last night after a 10-hour drive from Illinois to D.C. Shout out to that brother, though, man, because we actually had a good time chopping it up last night. Man, again, man, I really wish I could be out there, but, just not the way it worked out this time around. But shout out to all of y'all, and I'm officially jealous of all of y'all out there enjoying yourselves. We had a space earlier today with my brother, Great Black Shark. And what's so funny, him, and Linus Crown are, me and her are co-hosting, and, she has to dip off. And, next thing we know, we see Tariq put up the video, and they're all at Freedom Plaza getting it in. So shout out to the family, man. Again, a dope thing. Wish I could be there. So let's see who we have here. Let's see. How am I missing that name? What's that? Let's see who we got in the chat. One who cares, I see you in the chat. Judah Queen in the house. Shawana S, I see you. Tanya Zion, welcome, welcome. Lady Effa, Black First. Black Women Stand Up, welcome. Black Jack 21. Miss Phoenix 99. Black First, fam, from Nash, Vegas. Yes, indeed. That's somebody said lost wages last week. The city of lost wages. Like almost every half second. Every spin. DL, divesting from watching the NBA and considering NFL next. These people really think they own us. Yeah, we gonna talk about that tonight. That's for sure. Capricornus, hey. Cyberdyne 100, welcome. Pete, Project Leroy in the house, welcome, brother. Yes, indeed. Tia to you in the house, I see you. Tasha Peters, Black First. All right, dark-skinned brother in the house, I see you, my brother. And Denise Baker, peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome. So, y'all see how the whole thing with Kyrie and Kanye has kind of went down. Knight Rider, salute. And something that I was looking at, I was noticing, I'm saying, hey, wait a minute. I'm noticing some clips and sound bites are being left out. Now, for me, I have long suspected just by all the things that kind of has taken place with Kyrie Irving over the past, since the lockout. Well, not lockout, since the shutdown. And so since the bubble, and actually they played just fine in the bubble, but it's when they started coming back to arenas, when they started installing mandates of certain things. And so, he declined from participating in such said mandate, which, was in his right to do because that's his body. But, people were feeling some kind of way, and you had people trying to address him as if he was in the wrong for not doing it. And some people like Charles Barkley had even said that he should be punished. And then, of course, he said it again about this most recent time. And if y'all are noticing that they are literally putting words in Kyrie Irving's mouth. Yes, indeed, Blackjack. They're literally putting words in his mouth now. And again, I told you, Teva, since my very first weekly wrap-up, I told y'all that Teva is the main company. Where's Teva based out of? Some people could possibly see a correlation, considering how, you have people who own certain entities. Judah Queen. Yeah, the book of Revelations will come in very handy for a lot of folks right now, especially about that second chapter. Just saying. Pretty soon, and hopefully, that 12th chapter will come into play too. So, hey, how about that? 13 as well. But hey, moving right along, that's a whole nother thing. Kyrie Irving has literally been identifying as an Israelite. I didn't realize that. Like, so that's news to me. It's like, oh, but like I said, I had my suspicions because I was kind of seeing how his appearance was changing. So when I saw him, I'm like, oh yeah, got it. I think so when he started pushing back on the thing, okay, I'm thinking I got it. Come to find out this week, Kid Gravity beat on what is going on, my brother, amongst one of the other people who are with the family and spirit this weekend. But we are here. Shoot, man, we might have to do something, and I don't know, man. We might have to do something. Have to get a simulcast going or something, man. Man, yeah, man. We got to figure out something, brother. In Florida, I see you in the house. Be real 777. What a name! I like that. Be real 777. I like that. Yeah, Sunday. Well, actually, that's right. Yeah. Well, you know what? We can wait on Brother Torian for that. So we could do the recap with Torian. So y'all be on the lookout for Torian Rain Reloaded. Because as y'all know, we have had our new Black media Voices of New Black Media roundtables with the brothers, and I've hosted. Kid Gravity has hosted. Afro Elite has hosted, and of course Black Alpha has recently hosted. And yet, Torian Rain has yet to host one. And this rally is literally 2 trains away. So, how fitting would it be for that brother to host the next roundtable as a recap for the rally, which, man, I mean, what better person to host that than a host person of the city where the rally is actually being held. So just look how that works out. See, when you put positive energy out there with positive people, good things come back to you. And sometimes even works out in perfect timing. Because when you think about it, like the rally wasn't even going to be right this weekend. How fitting. Right there before the midterm. Shout out Tiffany Cross. Film, animation, art. Welcome. Yes. We have to talk about that. We have to talk about the nervousness of Roland Martin and all the Democratic detractors. I did not know what I did by triggering Roland Martin on a post to where I guess he was initially going to ignore because nobody had said anything until I tweeted. Next thing we know, we have a floodgate of Democratic shields coming out the woodwork, so much so we wake up to news this morning. Tiffany Cross is up out here. And guess what happens? Roland Martin is in Twitter Spaces. The title of it, even icing on the cake. BNC and Tiffany Cross. Roland Martin up there. Wait, beep. He was talking real somber and solemn today. And they had him protected. Sister Juicy Genius was trying to get on stage and they weren't letting him. They had some Asian dude on stage that was talking hella. So they picked and chose who they want and then who they were trying to call important. Make no mistake, we caught the fact that you were on Instagram or on Twitter to do that. So you have these different icons in your room and in your space. So you think you might have gotten legitimacy. You didn't. You absolutely did the opposite. You could have called the Teslin up. You could have shot Teslin and Mike. You didn't. the morning. I mean, that is a way to start the day, ain't it? Check this out.
And in particular on MSNBC, just got fired. Poor Tiffany. So joy, oh joy, Tiffany Cross is gone.
Tiffany, what do you think? One's got to go.
I say Florida literally looks like the of the country, so let's get rid of Florida. Ron,
Are you saying castrate?
Yeah, what see, when people will look at that, they'll think like, oh, well, maybe she did something bad. No. She just couldn't deliver the black vote. Don't put too much into that. That's just a nice way of working it, meaning she couldn't corral us Negroes. That's all that means. So don't overthink it. Like, well, what does it mean? It means nothing. Trust me. It means nothing. Okay? I just need you to understand. And there's a reason why it means nothing. Because sometimes things have a way of revealing themselves without even revealing themselves. And this time around, thank you, Jamal Bryant. Y'all got to remember, not everybody thinks the same out here. And some of us minds, some things seem to trigger our minds to go in different places. So something that Jamal Bryant did while trying to be important and go at Herschel Walker just raised my eyebrow about something. It just made me think. Seeing how this dude is going all of this and going extra hard, violating IRS protocol and law for a political candidate, that means that these people are extremely worried that the status quo of things are not working. One of the things I have to look at about this new movement, Black Grassroots don't have no token white woman. Which made me wonder, are there token white women out here? Because, we've recently seen everything appropriated, right? Y'all know this woman right here, that was, of course, that's Stokely Carmichael right there. Those are the Freedom Riders. Going all the way back to the Freedom Riders. Look at that lady right there. She is a person who is still celebrated to this day. There's another little tasty tidbit about that woman as well. Miss Joan Trumpauer Mulholland. She is also the first white woman inducted to Delta Sigma Theta. Looking at the Black Greek organizations, like, what is that? Sigma, Theta, Beta, or whatever the hell they call themselves, whichever the boule, the name of the boule, that's their name. So if you see them wearing blue and white, yeah, they're boule. Because that is the first, and the reason why they're called boule is because they're the very first Black Greek fraternity, period. So before you even got down to the alphas and the kappas and all of that, there was Sigma Theta, and whatever the hell. Y'all have to forgive me. I don't invest my time in soul in those type of things. But Yeah. So just giving you a throwback, just put it back into my mind. Because when you have a preacher going off the rails like this, especially one with a dirty background like Jamal Bryant, it just kind of makes me think like, oh, you can't get the token white woman in here to give us the talking to. It's getting so bad. When I heard Roland Martin being so somber this morning, I was like, y'all starting to feel it, huh? The election is Tuesday. Tiffany Cross could have went on a tangent tomorrow morning. Instead, there'll be a new face. I said this about this time last year about new black media. Put your money in the bag. You'll go broke if you don't wanna put your money on us. How's this landing a year later? Ooh-wee. So, yes, if y'all have not understood, Tiffany Cross, the one who told us that we just need to get in line with the black women's. Yeah, she's out of work right now. Yeah, that didn't work out for her. Yikes. You know something else, though? You know, it's so funny because now people are starting to try to blame us for things. Now, of course. It's like, a little too late. So let me show you something here. Oh, better yet. Let me get this in here for you. Oh, let me get this out. Hold on, I need to make some room for this. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that Jamal Bryant thing too, because that was very interesting for him to go off for the sake of Raphael Warnock. It's like, huh? Like Raphael Warnock has already shown and proven himself to be a disastrous candidate. So, like, oh man, you know, they decided to bring from Texas all the way to Georgia, Herschel Walker. What's a walk-up? Now, he's talking about being emotionally triggered. But one of the things that he also mentions in his rant is something about house slaves. Any black clergy using the term of black house slaves or anything like that, you might want to examine the history of the Negro Project and the letter that Margaret Sanger wrote to Dr. Gamble, to which I've played and read on and played the reading of that letter on this broadcast. I've not only read it, I've played the reading multiple times on this broadcast of Margaret Sanger's letter to Dr. Gamble of now you know the company to be Procter & Gamble for the Negro Project. Something that's in that letter, they were using black preachers. And the reason why they were using black preachers is because they did not want it to get out that they were trying to exterminate the Negroes. What's changed today? The black church is the open door to fighting for pro-choice? Doesn't really sound right, but okay. Doesn't sound morally correct at all. Even more so, how would a pastor take a political position against anyone? That doesn't make any sense. But before we get to the wayward pastor, we have to address the other piglet in the room. The one who seems to have realized that he does not have the, like I told you. And Roland Martin, if you're watching this, because, of course, I'm one of those lowly, smaller YouTubers that does not have the biggest platform. But because of how my name resonates in even the circles that you would know, you got to know who I am. And that's why you get so upset. Because you don't have no cash with the grassroots. And you are out of the running for any type of influence for the future black vote. So who can you influence? What can you sell to your white paymasters now? Because you ain't going to be getting nothing. You give me, the Democrats don't win and Republicans get it. What you going to get? Well, since you were so touched and moved to get the brother G.D. Weston, who tagged us in this post that I promptly went and checked you at and about, you got that brother suspended. You and your little demo shield followers, whiny crybabies. Well, guess what? It's never too much for Petty Vandross. This one's for Roland Martin.
If y'all saying, there, Roland go trying to scare us, there he go fear-mongering. Oh, let me go ahead and say, y'all can go to that little reparations rally on Saturday, November 5th. Y'all ain't getting nothing, not even HR 40, if they control the House and the Senate. Zero. You ain't getting HR 39, 40, 41, 42, 45. You can rewrite it all day. You can have Darity. You can have Yvette, Antonio. You can really want.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.
Then what y'all gonna tweet about?
Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
But by all means,
taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
If you're white.
Over here at the Beatzilla PDX official show, it is never too much. It is never too much. When you call upon the spirit of Petty Vandross, just let you know. In Florida, I said, is he drunk? Dark skinned brother said, damn shame. Oh, man. Yo, I mean, this dude, come on, bro. For real? Yeah, that little rally, you won't do it. I mean, I just don't understand why y'all want to go through that rally and start calling for reparations. I mean, come on. I just like to dance over here a bit. Oh, Lord. Now, if y'all don't know, it looks like Joy Reid, the suspected PCs, supremacists out here, they are targeting well, I don't know. I can't really say targeting. I mean, not use that word. But it appears that they are looking at Joy Reid in a funny style way. Why aren't these? No, hold on. Let me get my icons in place. It's supposed to be. I want your honey sauce on me. I guess honey sauce don't really go with chicken wings now, do it? Don't want no honey sauce on chicken wings. Taste the biscuits. Oh my Lord. No, this is weird. It's not giving me the thumbnails of the videos all of a sudden. The hell? Okay, let me just try and upload something. Oh. Well, I guess I can hit this one since this is one that came up. Not sure if y'all seen this. I guess Sonny Holston from The View and of Black Jesus, Black Santa fame, has kind of found her way in another jam with the PC woman, and they're not happy with the sister right now because of something she kind of said. Check this out.
A poll just yesterday that white Republican suburban women are now going to vote Republican. Why? It's almost like roaches voting for Raid, right?
Just let you hear that one again.
Issue. I read a poll just yesterday that white Republican suburban women are now going to vote Republican. Why? It's almost like roaches voting for Raid, right?
All kind of celebrities catching hell this week, huh?
I think that's voting. No, it's insulting to the voter.
They're voting against their own self-interest. Do they want to live in Gilead?
Okay, so do we love
in the hands?
Do we love democracy or not? Because just saying that it's insulting to the voter. People make up decisions on what's right for their family, and
Oh no! We vote the lesser of two evils. No, we don't vote the what's in the best interest of our family. No, we vote blue no matter who. What you mean? No, baby. We voting Democrat. Down ballot. Non-stop. I don't care who it is. As long as they say D and it's blue and a donkey, I'm voting for it. As soon as you got somebody out there with have some sense, so don't know, that's an insult to the voters. Wow, really? Man, if only black voters got that same kind of thought. Like, no vote, no bucking, and get your booties to the poll, and this new thing they doing. I mean, really? All right. It's also interesting. Also interesting how it goes about. But for those of you who got better sense than this, because y'all know good and doggone well. I mean, I'm just rewinding because this is so hilarious. Look at how fast they went on alert. They didn't just sit there and let this little insult to white women go by. Oh, no. And then made it about the voter. and said, "You're insulting the voter." Have black voters ever been considered or even brought up in the conversation of being insulted as a voter? Also, didn't somebody else call us cockroaches? And cockroaches like cockroaches around his leg or roaches around his leg? Didn't somebody say that about little black children?
But what's also surprising to me is the abortion issue. I read a poll just yesterday that white Republican suburban women are now going to vote Republican. Why? It's almost like roaches voting for Raid, right?
I think that's
they're voting.
No, it's insulting to the voter.
They're voting against their own self-interest. Do they want to live in Gilead?
Okay, so do we love
in the hands?
Do we love democracy or not? Because just saying that it's insulting to the voter. People make up decisions on what's right for their family, and the idea that you should have a say for everyone else's vote.
The fact that women are voting against
you
their
had a different
own
view on abortion not that long ago, and you
I have that view.
But that issue is right. But then why is another woman not
I am very
able to have a different view?
That white Republican suburban women
but why
are
have
voting
you so recently
against
evolved
their
on
own
the
health
issue?
care. I have not really recently evolved on the issue. I am Catholic. That is my faith. I believe that abortion is wrong. For me, there's a separation between state, government, and church.
You don't say. Isn't there a suspended basketball player right now? Go figure. No double standard here. Nothing to see here. Right, Tanya Zion? Yeah. Nothing to see here. No comparisons to be made. Yep.
I do not have the right to tell someone else.
Sonny,
however, they are voting against their own self-interest.
What you're saying is a good example. As someone sitting here, that's a huge issue for me. This election, the deniers are more important for me. Everyone has a priority list. So to me, I'm voting. That is a full stop problem for me, that I actually think election deniers being put into office, it used to be just former President Donald Trump. Now it's everyone running on the Republican side. That scares me more than.
I played half of a 5-minute video of different clips of Stacey Abrams denying the outcome of the election to which she last lost. Over 5 minutes of different clips of her saying this multiple times. But now all of a sudden, election deniers. I'm sorry. Was there an immediate concession in 2016? I guess everybody really got short memories. I guess. Maybe that's what it is. Everybody just memories are so short. You just get like amnesia within a few years. A voting cycle can bring amnesia. Because I'm starting to wonder, like, from some of the things I'm seeing, it's starting to get pretty doggone interesting. I will say that. So I can get some stuff in here. So, they got Tiffany Cross out the paint. Now they are coming for Joy Reid. Rightfully so. But I just can't. Let me hear that part again. That was just really, really interesting because it's just so. It's always interesting hearing hypocrisy real time.
So to me, I'm voting. That is a full stop problem for me. That I actually think election deniers being put into office, it used to be just former President Donald Trump. Now it's everyone running on the Republican side. That scares me more than anything. So even
except for in Georgia. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds all fine and dandy. Except for it doesn't really work out well for Stacey Abrams if you're going to hold to that line. Ouch. But moving further into the next Democratic shield on the chopping block that thought that she would represent black folks while not representing black folks. Ladies and gentlemen, the new suspected white supremacist target, Joy Reid.
The people I ever hear use the word inflation are journalists and economists, right? So that is not part of the normal lexicon of the way people talk. So it's interesting that Republicans are doing something they don't normally do, right? Which is not use the common tongue, right? Not use just common English to sort of do on their campaigns like they're doing with crime. But what they've done is they've taught people the word inflation, right? Yeah. Most people who would have never used that word ever in their lives are using it now because they've been taught it, including on TV, including in newspapers. They've been taught this word, and they sort of wrap this word around whatever it is that they really want to vote, the reasons they really want to vote.
Okay, and so for those in the house who are old enough to remember President Carter, there's this.
Reducing the deficit will require difficult and unpleasant decisions. We must face a time of national austerity. Hard choices are necessary if we want to avoid consequences that are even worse. I intend to make those hard choices. I have already vetoed bills that would undermine our fight against inflation, and the Congress has sustained those vetoes. I know that the Congress will continue to cooperate in the effort to meet our needs in responsible, non-inflationary ways. I will use the administrative and the budgetary powers of my office, including the veto if necessary, to keep our nation firmly on the path of fiscal restraint. Restraint involves tax policy as well as spending decisions. Tax reduction has never been more politically popular than it is today. But if future tax cuts are made rashly, with no eye on the budget deficits, they will hurt us all by causing more inflation. There are tax cuts which could directly lower costs and prices and help in the fight against inflation. I may consider ways to reduce those particular taxes while still cutting the budget deficit. But until we have a convincing prospect of controlling inflation, I will oppose any further reductions in federal income taxes. To keep the government...
Joy Reid is actually older than me, so I don't know what she is trying to sell y'all on saying inflation has never really been, it's only been a talking point for... What? The hell are you talking about? Something you learned in economics class all of a sudden wasn't part of the lexicon outside of economists. Stop it. These people will just say anything these days. Any old thing. And it's ridiculous. Let me see where's this video. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put this in here. Hopefully both these load. All right. Yeah, so again, the Democratic shields, man, they are feeling the heat. And rightfully so, they should. Because they've been sitting up in places collecting checks to deliver the black vote. And the black vote, well, you know, it's not there for them right now. And, again, like they said, well, my issue is election deniers. Oh, okay. Right. But now all of a sudden, everybody's saying, go vote for Stacey Abrams. Like, and do you know Jamel Hill has something to say about Kyrie too? She didn't just make it about Kyrie. It had to be blanketed about black men. But yeah, here's your buddy homegirl again. And, shout out Brooklyn Queen 125 in the house. I see you. And shout out Phantom Beat. I see you as well. So yeah, check this out.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jamel Hill. Just want to remind you guys, please vote, because there are so many things at stake in this election. White supremacy, democracy, these are important things. And you have to know this. When we vote, we win. So please make sure you cast your ballot, make your voice heard, make sure we all know what you stand for and against. So vote. Thank you.
Hey everybody, it's Tiffany Cross, and I just want to say democracy is on the ballot right now. So if we don't vote, we are taking a passive approach to our democracy. So get out there and vote, and no, we won't black down. Can't stop, won't stop, head to the ballots.
Now, Jamel Hill, there's nothing against or tackling or attacking or even mentioning addressing white supremacy with punishment in any of these people's packages. There's no Democrat talking about any punishment of any law enforcement harming black folks because, the FBI already told you that there were white supremacists in law enforcement. So, yeah, there's that. We've already seen evidence like Derek Chauvin and all of the people around the Ahmaud Arbery case who were trying to get those murderers off. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm confused. Who knows? Doubt it. But, I'm just saying. And at the same time, these people will come out and try to vilify black men. And it's like some of these folks can't help themselves from going from the play because they've been trained to do it so long. And now that disrespect is backfiring on the Democratic Party, they're in absolute desperation mode. Not only are they in desperation mode, because, see, what you got to understand, the system of white supremacy was, it used the Democratic Party for black people to kind of feel comfortable and feel like they are accepted and not as oppressed as they really are. Which makes me wonder, maybe black folks don't realize how much under attack they really are. Some people say this guy is crazy, or maybe he's just saying too much of the truth in this particular situation.
Is the eugenics, and it's working today. The number one cause of death for black people in America is abortion. The most dangerous place for a black man today, or a black baby, black woman, is in their mother's stomach. And that is a programming that's pushed through, I got a new word for 2024, the red media. That is the red media. If you go to Apple right now, go to Apple Music. Let's load up the top 10 songs. I guarantee you they're promoting black serial killing. Absolutely. Not just...
Is he wrong? This is what the record labels who have no black ownership do. Because let's be clear, it is the label that dictates the market, not the artist. I don't know why this big. Well, I do know why this came out there, but it's so funny because again, you always have to deter from the truth. This party, the Democratic Party, is the one party pushing the number one cause of black deaths in America by the main thing they're running on. How could a black person in their right mind say that makes sense to support? Because they nicened up the sound of genocide? I don't know how you nicen it up until you just totally eventually all gone. But to allow yourself to fall into the trick and trap of your perpetual enemy, number one, what were you looking to gain being around any type of situation like this when you're getting to, I want to get to the upper echelon of the white folk? Why? Why do you want that so bad? That just tells me you'll do anything. I've never seemed to ever know that not to be true. That type of person is prone to do anything. So let me see. Where is this video at? Because with this whole this whole Kyrie Irving thing, man, this is getting it's way overplayed. It's way overhyped. He didn't say anything wrong. Not to mention, he said he knows who he is, so he could not be anti-Semitic. Think also he just need to come and say, well, hey, I identify as this. See, here's a problem. Hebrews to Negroes. We're in a world where you can identify as anything, and if you misgender somebody, you can be determined to be committed a hate crime. But black folks now cannot identify as Israelites, although, mind you, the Jews do not identify as Israelites. They identify as Jewish. And that's just the real true talk. I'm sure that they'll probably try to hit me on that, but yeah, we're going to have to figure this thing out as well with Google and YouTube. Because one thing that we're dealing with out here in this society is political censoring on all phases and all levels. And it's always targeted at us. But understand, we have this whole situation right now that we ain't going away. So we will have to be honored and respected, whether you like it or not. Looks like we got Christopher. You see that? Christopher Ellis in the house. I don't know why that should be on the screen. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I can't see it. I am here from here. Wish you were here, but we know your positive energy is with us. Much respect. Shout out to you, my brother, and thank you very much. Peace, blessings, power, and protection to you and yours, especially out there. Everybody out there in Washington, D.C. right now at the rally, holding it down. Man, I most definitely wish I was there. And thank you so much again for the super chat. It is extremely appreciated. Thank you so much. Donna O'Neill, welcome. Okay, you said, O'Neill said, I just saw, why with Oprah saying if she was on Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Florida, and some other state to vote for Democrat. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Was that, there's a few people that they have kind of grabbed like a committee of, I guess, black artists and white artists to get out there and start doing stomping. And really, as we see, some people are just trying to scare us. But see, right now, here's where the and at first I was wondering about the Kanye West thing, and then Kanye West turned into Kyrie Irving. And looking at how things are transpiring right now, this is perfect. They're right before an election. This is perfect. I mean, because truth be told, it is the battle of the truth versus confusion. But the only difference is most people have only been used to confusion. So now when clarity is coming in and people are standing on it and speaking through faith, being staunch advocates for what they believe in, they are getting a lot of backlash. And all of these people who have never picked up a ball, never laced up a shoe, all get to have an opinion on a $40 million slave. Because just like Charles Barkley said, you don't get to take my 70 million and start saying whatever you want to say. Wait, what? Hold on. Like, are you hearing how these dudes are talking? They talking like the black overseer on a plantation. Because then the reason why they let them be overseer is because they so much like Steven from Django. And you see in the modern day Stevens. Family, I'm going to need you to understand something. 1804, those people were able to successfully live free for quite some time without being undermined. Why? Because they did not allow their coon class to come with them. We are still in the position right here in our own society right now that we're still trying to figure out how to convince the coons to stop cooning. No revolution ever waited for that. None. It's either you get it, you with it, or you with them. Everybody acting like we have to wait for all of the, man, what do we do? How do we get? We don't. We don't. It is 2022. If logic is not working with those people, then work with what you got and move forward. Stop waiting. Well, we don't need enough. Well, then you'll never succeed in anything if that's what you're waiting for. Trust me. Because at the end of the day, these people that you over here hoping, well, maybe you can't make them, man. Soon as they get a chance, they start talking like this.
You're dehumanizing me, Kyrie. I'm a Jewish man. Okay? Descendant of people who died in gas chambers and got incinerated by Nazis. You're dehumanizing me by putting on your platform a book and a movie that is filled with anti-Semitic tropes that are designed or eventually lead to the dehumanization of me and my children and my ancestors who died because they were Jewish. It's not funny. It's not hilarious. And I can't believe I got to tell someone from Duke who clearly is smart enough to know. Yeah, I mean, you're not promoting it with like a tour. It's not like a book tour or a movie tour. But when you put it in front of 4 million people who might not have already heard about it or know about it, you're promoting it. You're promoting it. You're giving it your platform. The same thing. And when you give it your platform, you may not agree with all of the other things that the person who created a book or movie or a theory that you say is true. You are now owning all of that person's opinions. And yeah, it's offensive. It's offensive. And it's also really scary because it's normalized by somebody who who puts a ball through a hoop and is very famous for it and generationally rich for it, and you have a platform because of it, and it's normalized. And that on top of seeing Kanye was right about the Jews being beamed on a stadium in Jacksonville and on a building in Jacksonville, and I'm seeing it all over overpasses across the country. It's damn frightening, and I'd like you to help and do something about it. That's what I sit around and think about when I see that. It's frightening, man. It's scary. Put it all together.
Rich Eisen, you out your rabbit ass mind, man. The hell you talking to? And in position of talking for a fellow Israelite brother, kiss our ass. Because you know damn well claiming to be an Israelite does not mean that negates whatever those Jewish people went through at the Holocaust. Not at all. That doesn't negate that. That doesn't say they didn't go through it. That just says that was a group of people that share a lineage of a different people other than the people to whom they are bannered under, because that's a religion. See, here's the difference, and y'all get real tricky with this. Here's the religion, here's the historical people. You guys practice the religion. He's saying he's part of the historical lineage. How does one negate the other? When the ADL blocked me for asking that same question, I would pose that question to any of you. I mean, I've worked with and worked for many of those type of folks. So there's not any type of anti-Semitism. Oh, yes, the Wall Street Journal. DL. And again, I see, here's the thing. They talk about the Holocaust. What about ours here? What about ours here? So, see, look at the vigor. Look at this vigor. Shouldn't we also feel the same way? Looks like we got brother Kid Gravity who want to go ahead and come on and chime in. What's going on, brother? Kid Gravity in the house.
The real estate agents are coming outside today. They coming outside.
Man. Hey, I used to work for them, so it's all gravy.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah, no.
Oh, man. You know what? Can I sound like a plebiscite for a second?
Go ahead, man.
Okay, Kanye and Kyrie were on the phone. A lot of us didn't know this. They were on the phone, and they said, "We gonna do something to get them to expose themselves." So, brother Kyrie, are you willing to risk a couple million to make them look bad? Kyrie was like, "Yeah, whatever. It is what it is." That's how the plebiscites are talking right now. Man, this is good. This is really good. I like how everybody coming outside now, right before the end of the year. Everybody coming outside to show how much they hate us. I love it. 2023 is gonna be our year.
Man, for real.
Yeah. But the test. I got to say this. My venereal cornucopia is saying that Kyrie and Kanye are the extraterrestrial addition to the black community that we did not ask for. You understand, Beatzilla?
Man.
And by doing that, brother Beatzilla, they have taken the voluptuous, extracurricular, and gave up some money so we can move forward, not backwards, because it'll take more money to go sideways. You understand?
Man. Man, I'm for real, brother.
Tuesday night when I do my Super Tuesday coverage, I will have the tinfoil kufi on. I'm already making. I'm gonna make it on Sunday. The tinfoil kufi. I sent all y'all the link so y'all, if y'all want to come on, you could stream it as well, because this is gonna be fun.
Right on.
And my mask will be here tomorrow. So y'all saw the blue one, you gonna see the red one. The red one is on the way. Oh Lord.
Man.
I'm just gonna be sitting there just trolling Twitter. As soon as one of them Democrats lose, I'm just gonna see. Oh, he lost. All right, let's see what they saying. Oh, they say they're gonna leave. They're gonna leave the platform, and they're gonna get a trip and go to Canada. All right, go to Canada. Guess what? Canada, they about -20 on Friday in November. Go ahead.
Man. Yeah, brother. So let me the one thing I'm seeing right here with this whole Kyrie Irving thing, man, is
baby glasses off. My head big as hell.
Man. The one thing I'm seeing is this, that they are they're straw man arguing this, brother, and trying to make a situation out of nothing. One thing I want to, I guess, kind of hip everybody to with this. Do y'all notice how, again, there's not really anything that Kyrie ever did, but everybody is staying on code.
Oh yeah. And
to vilify something that no one is identifying.
Right. I'm gonna add to that code when you're done.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Guess what I found out? I put it on my Twitter today, actually. It didn't get no run. Apparently, guess who was getting at them real estate agents too, but ain't nobody had no smoke for.
Well, there's been a few. There's been a few.
Did not win for that man.
But Rudy?
Nah.
That's one. Who else?
But you close.
Let me think. I mean, because all of the right wingers.
The right wingers know better. They know better.
Yeah. They don't go too heavy. Who you talking about?
Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He went in on them American real estate agents.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he went in and they ain't say nothing. I ain't see no ADL. I ain't see no JDL. None of them. They just let that bypass. And that was two weeks ago. Right? No,
really?
3 weeks ago. October 17th.
Damn.
Yeah, I put it up on my Twitter. I was like, hey, y'all not gonna say nothing to this man? All right, I see how it is.
Wow. I'm not surprised though. I mean, because that's what I typically expect.
But you know what the line was that really made me laugh out loud? He said, "Y'all ain't making Israel better." I said, "Son."
Oh wow.
I said, "Yeah." I was like, "This man is."
Oh wow. Well, man. Well, yeah, and I mean, I guess he's talking about running again.
Yeah, he said that's why I told people if the Republicans win the House and the Senate, he gonna come outside. Now they're saying Biden's DOJ is gonna conform a committee if he runs to stop him from running. I'm like, so more tax money. Exactly. Yes, I just read it.
That doesn't even make sense.
It don't make sense. And then, I gotta send you this link too. You can watch this, brother. It's get the Stacey done, bro.
Oh, really?
Oh, you got to see this.
Oh man.
I put it in the back channel. Y'all gotta, Bezo, you gotta put that in the thing. You got to read that. Now, apparently, my man texted me today too. He said that you know who Rashad Ritchie is?
Yeah.
Apparently, he interviewed Stacey and it got heated and she walked out. That what he told
me. What?
Yeah. I was looking for it. I didn't see it yet. He probably didn't put it up yet, but yeah. They said they went back and forth, and she stormed out. That what he told me. And he said he know him personally, so I'll take him at his word. I was like, oh,
okay.
I was like, okay.
Where Rashad Ritchie from Detroit, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the Midwest brothers.
You see that headline, brother? Look at that headline.
Say top Georgia Democrat snubs Stacey Abrams, endorses Republican Brian Kemp. Wow.
This dude named Kwanzaa Hall. He was going for lieutenant governor, but he lost to Charlie Bailey. And he said, "Hey, Kemp is making tough decisions. He don't trust Stacey with it." I was like, "Ooh,
wow,
ooh,
wow, that is really interesting."
Yeah.
So
they know what time. Listen, we have to give ourselves not only a pat on the back till we fall over, but we have to give ourselves a round of 7-minute applause.
Man,
these motherfuckers, you could tell they listen to us, bro.
Clearly.
Yeah. I mean, from Jeopardy saying reparations to now Roland legit. Do you realize Roland don't realize he just legitimized the goddamn reparations rally tomorrow?
Oh yeah. He definitely did. Yeah, he definitely did. I noticed his tone again was, mighty somber today. Yeah, but I mean, again, when your friends just get canned right before the weekend.
ADOS. Dude, all that money he makes, allegedly, he can't get him mic stand. Where's the lavalier?
Right.
He's standing behind something like this. Like, y'all not going to get HR 40, 41, 42, 44, 45, 56.
You know what that is, though. That's him. That's him trying to, live out his R&B singer days. So, or his R&B singer fantasy. So he want to be on the front. That's why he always be leaning over, like he's leaning in the front row.
Oh,
yeah.
Watch it now.
Right.
Watch it now. And they get the thing going. Watch it now. That nigga singing like he in a karaoke with a bunch of Asians. Please go sit down somewhere. I know what it is. He upset that he can't get his chicken wing order tomorrow. Everybody gonna be there eating chicken wings.
Man,
they gonna get mambo sauce packets.
Yeah, exactly. He been hogging it for himself. But brother, before I let you go,
I gotta go lay down.
Yeah, man. Hey, I believe you me. I understand. What do you have to say about tomorrow's rally? And what do you think the impact, or how you foresee the impact and expect it to be?
All right, I want 3 things: perfect weather.
Looks like we got that.
Perfect weather. I would like to see some black celebrities out there. I would like to see that. They don't have to announce that they out there, but maybe afterwards you see the pictures of, they're like, yeah, we had to come out and support, because I think that would help further the argument a little bit.
Most definitely.
But honestly, I need some congressmen outside. I need that. I need like one of them to be passing on the street and seeing that. Not. I want a black one. I want a black one out there. I want to be like, yo, I just peruse Twitter real fast, and then I see, hey, let's throw out, let's say Juicy Genius run outside and she ran into Sheila Jer Chicken Jackass Lee. and they got the debating on the stage, and then this would make my day, even though Tiffany Cross lost her job today. This would be the icing on the cake.
Man,
Sheila Jerk Chicken Jackass Lee say reparations is not our biggest concern right now. That's all I need. All I need. And the other cherry on top, there's a news crew right there. Right there when she says it. So they can't say, oh, I didn't say it, we didn't deny it. they misconstrued my words. You know, I misspoke because the jerk chicken drum was right there and the smoke got in my eyes. She says it right there. And they broadcast it all over the news. And all them black boule on TV can't sit there and deny it. I would love that. I would love it.
Oh, that would be funny as hell.
I mean, and then, that would be the greatest video ever. That would be the greatest video ever.
Facts. Well, man, brother, I know you will be there in spirit tomorrow as well, like myself. You know, so man, who knows what'll come about. I just, you know, if somebody hit me up and be like, hey man, let's go live.
I mean, the Powerball numbers just dropped. So if I wins, make sure you got your bug out bag ready, Carl. I'll pay for the ticket. I will pay for your ticket. You might have to fly like 5 o'clock in the morning, but you get there about 1:30. You get there about 1:30.
Yeah, that sounds well.
Yeah. Just sleep on the plane. Time. Sleep on the plane, and then you get down there. And you're like, imagine if you rolling at the airport.
Man. Oh yeah, I'm finna film that.
You know he gonna be there, right? He gonna be like 2 blocks away. I promise you.
I imagine he ain't gonna be too
blocks
far.
Away broadcasting, talking about ain't nobody out here.
Well, you know,
Starbucks. He in front of Starbucks with white people jogging, talking about ain't nobody out here.
He gonna be at the wrong place or on the other side in the car
and getting a ticket for the Sprinter van.
Man, and then y'all look at these stupid fools.
Wait. I'm broadcasting. I'm rolling on. I'm a Christian. I'm a DC native. And beep.
Man,
I pay your taxes. Is you a Republican?
Oh, Lord.
Wait. Are you FBA, ADOS, or B1?
Yeah.
Or Friedman?
He keep throwing ADOS out there all the time. He get a chance. He mention them all the time.
Before I go, do you know who Mouthy Megan is?
Yes.
Do you know Antonio Moore hit her with a copyright strike?
Really? Wow.
I saw it on a community tab. I was like, oh, Lord.
Wow. Dang,
he said it was a 5-second clip he hit her for.
How suckish. But not surprised.
But you enjoy your show. I'm going to go enjoy my pillow.
Man, yeah, most definitely, brother. Thank you for chiming in, my brother. And you have a great night, my brother.
Yeah, and Armageddon is coming.
Yes, sir.
I'll talk about it Sunday morning on Twitter Spaces. Armageddon is coming.
Armageddon. There you go. Yep. All right. Y'all go follow my brother, Kid Gravity Beyond, family. Man, shout out to you, my brother. Uh-oh. So yeah, man. Talking about this whole Kyrie situation. I wanted to play a couple of these clips of him talking just kind of from his perspective so you can get a good idea of his mind and his thinking versus what we've been hearing and what we've been getting from all of these other sources.
You have any anti-Semitic beliefs? I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
What does that mean? You know what that means. You know exactly what that means. See, that's what they're getting into. They don't want celebrities to start claiming that they are Israelites. And if you've noticed something, the black church is the one out of all of the black religions that has really took the biggest hit. Israelites still kicking. Everybody want to be an Israelite now. NOI still right there because they haven't conformed the black church. Democrats. Everything is a go except for black issues because you're Democrat. And we just have to go ahead and kind of put our issues on the back burner now. I mean, because what we got to do is we have to just go ahead and get along. No. No. Uh-oh. What happened here? Uh-oh. What happened? Why is Narmer timed out? Might have been an accident. Okay. Hopefully that's fixed. But let me play this other video for you. This is him talking for, man, it's not what? This is 2 minutes. So check this out.
Where were you when I was a kid, figuring out that 300 million of my ancestors are buried in America? Where were you guys asking those same questions when I was a kid, learning about the traumatic events of my familial history and what I'm proud to come from and why I'm proud to stand here and why when I repeat myself that I'm not going to stand down, it has nothing to do with dismissing any other race or group of people. I'm just proud of my heritage and what we've been through. And the fact that I'm here answering questions of whether or not I'm sorry or not on something I didn't create, and it was something I shared, and I'm telling everybody I'm taking responsibility, then that's where I sit. These same questions that you guys ask, me dealing with it as being a melanated, pigmented person all around the world and dealing with racial biases against my skin color, demeaning me because of my religious beliefs, and I'm still sitting in the seat standing. But I also am a human being that's 30 years old, and I've been growing up in a country that's told me that I wasn't worth anything, and I came from a slave class, and I come from a people that are meant to be treated the way we get treated every day. So I'm not here to compare anyone's atrocities or tragic events that their families have dealt with. It's unfortunate timing that we're in, but I'm glad that I could stand on the truth, because I'm not afraid of these mics, these cameras. I used to be, looking everyone in the eye and telling them the truth, that I'm proud of who I am. Any label that you put on me, I'm able to dismiss because I study. And why they say, if you want to trick a black person, put it in the book. I was wondering my whole life why they said that. Now I'm 30 years old and I know reading is a superpower because it helps me understand where I'm going and where I come from. It's like a tree with roots.
Yeah. Where was the anti-Semitic part in that? Don't think I caught that part. You know. So just you know. Yeah. No, you know, that's how it goes here. And you know, I had somebody again, like they were, I guess, were gonna tell me about Ye and Kanye being the new Moses. Like, no, that's not accurate. That's not scripturally based. Now, here's the thing. He said some things that were accurate, probably couldn't best identify what those messages should have and how they could have been conveyed. But nonetheless, Brother Kyrie Irving is not in the same situation as that. That's why now it makes sense why they've done the whole bombarding of him trying to force an ideal on him that he hasn't necessarily promoted. And here's the other important part that I do not want y'all to miss, because since when can any outsider from another group dictate to a group who they can associate with or not? Do they not do the same thing to people over Minister Farrakhan? Do they not do that exact same thing? So, I mean, these people ain't, they're not for real. They are not for real. Why are my thumbnails not coming up? This pissed me off. I need to get these videos in here, but now all of a sudden I can't see what video it is. Okay, that's not the right one. Let's see if I get this in here. Bear with me 1 second. Like there is literally no preview on any of the thumbnails that I just downloaded, which is crazy. The hell? Lord. Not sure what's going on with StreamYard right now. Hopefully I'm not frozen. Like, I don't think I'm frozen. This is all my controls in the studio are frozen right now, I guess. Let me see if this will work. Nope. But that's interesting. Okay, let me try something else. Lord. I mean, like literally all of my controls in the studio right now just froze. It's giddy. Let me see here. Wow. Okay. This is amazing. I don't know what's going on. So hopefully we're still here. I'm hoping. Should not be making any kind of sound. Okay, let me try something real quick. Looks like we are having an issue of some sort. I'll tell you what. This is amazing. All right, so we're going to have to take a quick break. And I have to do a quick reset and we'll come back. So let me find something here. Oh, I can't do it from there. Okay, so let me. Nothing is moving like it's supposed to move right now. Oh, Lord. Good grief. Okay, let me try this.
contact with your girls, but you're feeling lonely when you're all alone. That's where I come in. I'll be a magic man. When you don't want nobody to know what you are feeling inside, I'll make you stay. I'll make you say, now that I have you here in my arms, I'm so happy to have you. It's been a long time coming, but it's really here, and I can't believe I got you. So do what you do, and I'll do it too, 'cause there ain't nobody around to judge us. 'Cause the night is all about us, but blasting off, we're going up, yeah. I'll be a man, oh. Ooh. I'll make you say, hey.
Okay, family. Hopefully you can hear me. I have to go. I'm on my phone. I'm still rebooting my computer, trying to get back into my system here. I'm not sure what has happened, but thank you for your patience. Much appreciative of that. Thank y'all for hanging out and sticking around. Because StreamYard needs to get their shit together. I'm trying to get back in the studio on my laptop now. Oh, it somehow has wiped all of my previous stuff. I don't know what just happened, but it ain't cool. All right, let's see. Hopefully we can get in the studio the right way. Check, 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 check. And now it's not picking up the microphone. All right, let's do this here. Check, check, check. Right, it's not getting that, but we're gonna try it anyway. Let's see how this works. Camera's supposed to be on. All right, let's go in here. All right. StreamYard, get your shit together. You shaved a damn near half hour off my program. Good grief. Good grief. Hopefully we are back without a hitch. Oh, and the other thing, by the way, StreamYard, yeah, stop telling people to use Chrome. It'll literally freeze your entire computer. Literally. You'll have to do a hard reboot because nothing will move. Not in your studio, and it locks up everything else subsequently. But that understands, that makes sense on why I keep having mic trouble. You need to get that patch taken care of as well. Okay. Good grief. I don't know what the hell was going on earlier. All right. Now let me see what I'm looking at here. Okay. So now that I'm back, I know I was talking about Kyrie Irving, but to make a quick pivot, let me address this Jamal Bryant situation real quick. The sound is low. Hopefully you can hear me good. Check, 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 check. Oh, don't tell me I gotta go in here and check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's see here. 1 2 1 2. Check. Let me know if that's still low. The sound is low. Okay, so we're gonna manually adjust this volume. Let me know when I'm too loud. How's this? Is this better? Hopefully this is better. I hope. We've had major issues going over here. I had to completely redo it. Oh, more? Oh, something must be wrong with the connection. Something obviously is wrong. So let me. Damn, I hate to take any more time. Still low. And I'm like turning blasted too. Okay, hold on, let me try this. Okay, how is that? That's probably too loud. That's since I'm back in correct joint here. It'll automatically do that. How is that? Check, 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 check. Can you hear me? A little better. It got lower. I'm at 70%. I don't know what's going on because my mic right here is just registering really, really low. Check, 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 check. Hey. Gonna wake this mic up or something? Check, check. 1, 2. How was that? Is that better? I'm just turning this thing all the way up. How's that? We good? Get your shit together, StreamYard. Good grief. Okay. Lord. What's going on now?
Antebellum South. The state had been flipped blue, and there are some principalities that were not prepared for a black man and a Jewish man to go to Senate.
Let me rewind that a bit.
Of Georgia moved Herschel Walker from Texas to Georgia so that he could run for Senate. It's because change was taking too fast in the post-antebellum South. The state had been flipped blue, and there are some principalities that were not prepared for a black man and a Jewish man to go to Senate at the exact same time. So they figured that they would delude us by picking somebody who they thought would in fact represent us better with a football than with a degree in philosophy.
Wow.
They thought we were so slow, that we were so stupid, that we would elect the lowest caricature of a stereotypical broken black man as
I just want to point out the fact that he is literally taking shots at another black man for a Democratic candidate for a party that ain't done shit for black folk. How's that work? I mean, really, how the hell that work? Got this dude up here always with these preachers. And shout out to Phil Scott, who talked about this earlier as well. Because he said these people have done as much damage to our community as Pookie and Ray Ray. I would have to agree. And where I agree at is this. I've watched these people nonstop act like our agenda is a Democratic agenda. And if we don't get, just like what I played for Roland, if y'all get all the Republicans there, y'all ain't gonna get nothing. Hey, the Republicans get in there, guess what? Our demands don't go away. Our agenda doesn't go away. Guess what, though? The fact that there is somebody put in office that black folks perceive like them, then, you know, that's one thing. See, that's the big difference. You're selling ideas and hope and symbolic gestures. We're talking about tangibles. Getting them people back across that border that are coming over here unchecked illegally by the millions. Got over 2 million Yeah, that's too much. Time to do something about that. And
opposed to somebody who is educated and erudite and focused. Y'all ain't ready for me today. Since Herschel Walker was 16 years old, white men been telling him what to do, telling him what school to go to, where to live, where to eat, where to buy a house, where to run, where to sit down, where to sleep, where to pay for abortion.
The only difference with him is that his paymasters had black buffers. So with black buffers, there is no white man telling you you're doing this or you're going to do that. Of course not. Because they have buffers. That's what those bootlicks are for. Like this dude right here. So, as he's saying, oh man, and this and that, and he'll tell you where to find and pay for abortions. Wait a minute, though. You're with the people. You're talking against the man who is against abortion while trying to invoke abortion.
Where to live, where to eat, where to buy a house, where to run, where to sit down, where to sleep, where to pay for abortions, where to buy a gun. And you think they not going to tell him how to vote? In 2022, we don't need a walker. We need a runner. We need somebody who gonna run and tell the truth about January 6th. We need somebody who gonna
January 6th. Again, y'all hearing where he's leading the conversation? January 6th is about Joe Biden. We don't need him to come out here and talk about January 6th. What that got to do with our issues? What the hell does that have to do with our issues? That's insane that he would even say something like that. Oh, got to get them abortions, dude.
Run and push for the cancellation of student loan debts. We need somebody.
Student loan debt has already been paused by those who are already in office right now. So now what? And he's just one person. Who cares? You have a whole court that has seized movement on that. Here's the one thing that we're watching, though. Of course, you can see his jacket, so he's proudly repping his boule brethren. Isn't that the same fraternity that Roland Martin from? Those fraternal orders, boy, those are a beast in our community because they're really put in place to make sure it disrupts it by convincing those who participate that they're keeping order. No, you've dealt with the devil and are working against your own people. Can't be no more treacherous than that. So you hear these people talking like this. Listen how comfortable he is talking against another black man in a forum like this that will be broadcast all over the world for a damn Democrat who ain't did shit for black folk ever. What are we talking about? Oh, they're gonna be. And for those who was trying to pump this dude up, come on. Now I understand Rashad Ritchie, he making his name, he getting his game tight and right. I ain't mad at the brother. But the grassroots is going to remain the grassroots. You can pivot all you need to. You just won't pivot with the grassroots support. Always remember that. Other people are already seeing how support will drop out. Don't burn this bridge.
Who gonna run and make the former president respond to a subpoena? We don't need a Walker. We need somebody who will be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding.
You see how he just took them for a turn? He got his church excited about punishment for Donald Trump. That in no way has anything to do with the benefit of black folks in this country. Nowhere at all. But that's what they're selling. Have you ever heard a pastor talk about reparations? When it comes to finance, you're giving your finance to the church. The pressed down, shaken together will work in a real true storehouse. Those places and entities are still existing. Reason being is they stuck to their truth. They didn't change and pivot for the white folks like the black church did, like this asshole is doing right now. They didn't do that because at some point you have to say, no, this is where our integrity is. This is what we represent. But if you say, okay, let's just keep it above. You take money from primarily black folks who are the most poor in this country. Then you steer them towards political backing of a party that has no love for them whatsoever, while still taking their money. And then that party makes policies that squeezes the income of those same people who are funding your church as they get older and die off. The younger people that have bigger aspirations in life of not just sitting up here in church and going broke are saying, this doesn't make economical sense to me. Faith is one thing, but faith without works is dead. And the work of the church in its own community has been absolutely dead for the last 30 years. Selling people hope. And when you have real grassroots folks out here with a real passion for the people that really want to see results, look at how you train these people like little trained monkeys to come out and condemn something they can't understand because the people that you are talking to and teaching don't know the book to which they're supposed to know while having been there their entire lives. Here's the difference between the black church and the NOI. NOI practices what they preach. That does not mean they are perfect, but that does mean they stick to the protocol of order of their organization or their lane of religion. They have their doctrine, they follow it. And if it is not followed, then they administer punishment within that rank. That does not happen in the church. You can do what you want to do. You have turned yourself into the church of Satan. How do you know? Because you don't condemn nothing. That means that the chief line of your church is do what thou wilt, but pay your tithes. In the day of righteousness, that's not going to work. Because the righteous can see the difference between the fake and false. fraternized prophets.
Knowing that your labor is not in vain. Georgia, I need you to know the slave Negroes y'all are used to don't live here no more. We can think for ourselves, function for ourselves, and vote for ourselves. Why?
No, you can't. I'm sit up here and watch all of you church niggas. All of you. Ain't there one of you with an adverse opinion of the Democrats with all the damn harm that they have caused to this community? Not one. So you full of shit there, Jamal. And I say that. I mean, and trust me, people know what I say and how I feel about what I feel. I stand on what I say. And I can explain why I feel what I feel. I can explain why I know what I know. I can explain why I choose to make a certain stance or stand or not. That's coming from knowing what the hell we are dealing with, what the hell we are talking about. And unfortunately, we have way too many people in our midst that look at us as if we don't have good sense. We ain't no stereotype. And we've had older black folks and these church Negroes especially treating the rest of the community as if we are some stereotype out of a Starsky and Hutch episode. And I probably went back too far for some of y'all. Straight up, though. Starsky and Hutch. So let me see. Is this that other one? Okay. Yeah. Let me play this for you. And see, here's the thing with Roland Martin and people of his ilk. And even the pastor, see, that tells you that the church is worried about their position as well. These are people who have always known that they are basically operating and running a black voting farm like this.
Reparations in my lifetime, of course not. But what I don't appreciate is candidates that are directly against them. Warnock and Abrams are against reparations. No, they're not. Wait a minute, please. They go against and they go.
Now, did you notice that? Now, we have all seen that Warnock won't answer, and Stacey Abrams straight up said no to the brother black didactic that autodidactic that went up to her and tried to ask her, and she said no. He's like, no to reparations? Yeah. So let's hear that again.
Get anything. Do I expect to see reparations in my lifetime? Of course not. But what I don't appreciate is candidates that are directly against them. Warnock and Abrams are against reparations. No, they're not. Wait a minute, please. They go against and they talk about other subjects. They bring up other people. My friend Marcel Dixon ran against Clyburn in South Carolina. There's a video, you can go on this page. He asked him directly. Ignored the question. That's a problem. Even if you can't get them, use your bully pulpit to talk about them. Right. These candidates don't do it. The other thing that I have is, and I'm a realist. I'm not on either side of the aisle. I'm an independent. I do it based on person, not party. My biggest issue is our people don't get tangibles and they never give us anything specific. It's always people of color, minorities, Indians this, Indians that. Nah, that's a problem. We have to address it because 95% of people that look like me vote Democratic. It's about a symbolism and no action. That irks me. That's why you have a lot of people willing to stay home. They're like, what are they giving us? Nothing. The last thing I say is for anybody, go listen to the speech by Malcolm X, Ballad of the Bullet, which was 60 years ago. It still applies today. That's also a problem, showing there ain't been no change in 60 years, except on the surface area. There's no action, it's just symbolism.
What was your name again, brother?
Jerome Alphaquan Fish. Everybody just call me Fool.
Hey, we appreciate your question. Ingrid, I think you wanted to chime in on that.
Yeah, let me chime in because I loved your.
I just can't help but notice this is called the Black Men's Roundtable. Black Men Roundtable. Black Men Roundtable. What's going on here?
Wanted to chime in on that?
Yeah, let me chime in because I love Jerome. I love his passion for what he wants to do. But as the chair of the party, I'm going to say this about. Right there. As the chair of the party, I'm going to say this about the reparations and our candidates. Reparations is not a political issue. You know what it is? It's a tax issue.
Family, did you hear what the hell she just said? It's not, reparations is not a political issue. It's a tax issue. This is my problem with this group of people. Here we are, we know what we want. And instead you will come and lie to the younger generation. This isn't willful ignorance. This is willful lying. Capricorn, she knows she's lying. She knows this ain't no political, tax issue. Have you ever heard anything be referred to as a tax issue? IRS ain't got nothing to do with reparations. What the hell are you talking about? It's a tax issue? Ooh, that was the best you could do to get. Well, first off, you came out and said that they were for reparations. No, they're not. So instead of coming out to say, well, this is how they are for reparations, well, actually, she's kind of doing that right now by saying it's a tax issue, which is the biggest stretch ever. Check this out.
Reparations and our candidates. Reparations is not a political issue. You know what it is? It's a tax issue. It's a tax issue. All you got to do is have people to change the tax law. Now let me ask you this, and let me make this statement. Who's a tax attorney?
Now, did you notice that? Now, in the men's black round table, watch her body language.
All you got to do is have people to change the tax law. Now let me ask you this, and let me make this statement. Who's a tax attorney? Stacey Abrams.
Yeah. Exactly.
Who has political
They're the black
know-how
women in there. Exactly.
in the Senate and in the Congress to change tax laws?
So as soon as you get black men talking together and building, what did you do? You threw an old black woman in the mix to go do what? As a chair of the party, I just couldn't stand, but I had to come in and correct you. That's why y'all losing. All that women of the black backbone of the party. Okay, well then backbone it up. Don't come at us. You don't need no round table. See, if I'm having a men round table, I'm gonna have a men round table. The hell she doing there talking? Because if it's a woman situation, I'm not looking for the mic. See, this is a disrespect to us that we gotta stop. If it's black women and black women are having a conference and they're having a build, that ain't for no man to start chiming in and saying, I believe this or not else, and let me sway what you talking about and thinking. Hell no. But this is more of that Tiffany Cross mess. Black men, just get in line. That's what that shit was. Get in line. Yeah, miss me. So, Mother Ditzy. Yeah, they do. No, they for reparations. So first off, you lie, and then you make some weird roundabout comparison to reparations based on taxes? Boy, these people something else, man. I'll tell you what. So let me get these videos in here because we're gonna play. I'm gonna just run these jokers back to back. Well, see, that was just it, Judah Queen. She didn't want to let the men speak because the men were speaking something different, which actually affects them, their family, and children. And so, that's man, woman, male child, maybe female child, maybe maybe male child, whoever. But that's an entire family. Here she come right up in there. Oh, no. Let me assert myself now. Now, wait a minute. Now. Just 1 minute now. All right. So, family, last broadcast I played the clips from Shaq and Charles Barkley from, oh, actually, wait. No, that's on the video that you're going to have to go watch on my Patreon. So the video I did for Patreon, which is my take on Kyrie Irving situation, the first take. I mean, that video is pretty much on it. I went back down memory lane and found the old video where Charles Barkley is talking about how the Nets should punish Kyrie Irving for not taking that venom. But nonetheless, let's hear Shannon Sharpe be the bad Negro whisperer.
This is what Kyrie said in part of his statement. I'm aware of the negative impact of my post, the Jewish community, and I take full responsibility. Mm-hmm. I do not believe everything said in the documentary was true or reflect my morals and principles. I'm a human being learning from all walks of life, and I intend to do so with an open mind and a willingness to listen. There are several things that we can call Kyrie Irving and we can say about Kyrie Irving. Open-mindedness is not one of those things. Hold on, Skip. Where's I'm sorry? I thought all apologies, something has to say, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry what the post, the negative attention my post brought on a said community. Hold on.
There was no negative anything that a deleted post from something that's being sold currently by Amazon harmed anyone. Again, you're going back to a situation and scenario that never happened, that doesn't exist, and that you keep making up and putting on someone to vilify them. So you're basically making something out of nothing because there's nothing there. You basically, and all of you out there who are ADLers and all of you other Shemitic Edomites, all of you who have been out there trying to make up because this is where we at with it. And let's be clear. They just don't want to be outed for the chief house of Edom. That's why you're still not hearing that come up. Oh no, because you could. We go down the lines of Shemitic. There's many. Just like I said yesterday. There's many. Abraham, remember the song Father Abraham? Hey, guess what? Big newsflash. Abraham was a Hebrew. So that means any offspring, like Father Abraham had many sons, and many sons are Father Abraham. I am one of them. And so are you. So let's just praise the Lord. So now for what we were being taught as children, you want to say, don't identify as. We learned this in your Christian church.
You send your agent, your stepmom, and your dad to meet. You didn't meet with them? So what did you learn? I'm just trying to figure out the open mindedness. When people were trying to talk to you about what you said, you shut them down. Y'all dehumanizing me. So when is it?
Black people, now this is absolutely shameful. What Shannon Sharpe is doing right here is basically telling any black influential individual, you should not look to ever stand for anything or defend what your stance is against the dominant society. What's wrong with you, boy? It was good, folks. It was good, white folks.
Where's this open-mindedness? I just want to know, Skip, what part of the documentary, if you saw it, do you agree with? What part of the documentary of the book, if you read it, you don't agree with? I need to know these things.
No, you don't. No, the hell you do not. Have you asked Joe Rogan what he thinks? We don't hear, I mean, we can't even get a lockdown on a politician to see what they think about reparations. So why the hell do you need to know what a basketball player thinks about something that they didn't create? Why would you need to know that? See, there's things going on with this Kyrie situation that are going on that's very much deeper. It's very deeper. This is a control situation. And Shannon Sharpe is playing a plantation pappy. He's plantation Steven. You messing it up for everybody. That's that type of talk. And I need to know, see what, okay, now look at Skip. Look at Skip's demeanor. Just look right after he said, I need to know. Look at Skip. Does he look bothered to you? I'm going to tell you why he doesn't look bothered. Because they knew what they were going to come out and do. So we're going to send Shannon Sharpe out here to go bang on Kyrie and anybody else that calls themselves a Hebrew Israelite. That's what all of this is about, family. You know how we say shalom here? Yeah, that part.
Yep, I do too.
I think they're going to need to know. So maybe they can educate you and enlighten you. Kyrie, this is not true. Here's why it's not true. Give him information, show him empirical data. That's not true.
See, here's the thing. There is no empirical data making them the ancient people of that tribe and of that lineage. There is no tie into them for that. So where would the historical part come in at, brother? Would that be in the old ancient Phoenician Cherokee text here in America? No, I'm sure no, nothing like that. I mean, because although those people were speaking Hebrew, no. And that, why you think they fight so hard against talking about the black natives? Oh, well, maybe he doesn't know, or maybe he does and just is willing to sell his people out anyway.
That didn't happen. Maybe you take a little bit of truth and sprinkle it with a lot of dramatization and fictionalization. So they said this in this 2 hours, they released this joint statement. And the ADL said in the statement, said they hope to have an opportunity to speak to Kyrie.
Why? He didn't make the damn movie. He's not selling the movie. What do you need to talk to him for? And as he's trying to put, truth be told, and I know he can't just really out and do that, but you tell these people, kiss your ass, man. And if I'm going to be harassed hey, question sticking on basketball like they were supposed to do. Now he'll come back after his 5-game suspension because, again, he didn't do anything. So you're punishing him now right at the moment to where New York actually has to rehire and pay back all the people that they fired because of that bogus ass mandate trying to force people to take that bullshit. But lo and behold, you would also have to maybe issue an apology to Kyrie as well. So this is convenient, isn't it? Oh, man. Oh, let's blow it up and make it more than it is. Oh, boy, the worst person. He needs to be punished, y'all. Yeah. I just look at this as dirtbag damage control. Like this dirtbag on the screen. I mean, and again, let's just keep it a buck. We understand these dudes is bought and paid for, so they're going to do what they need to do to get their bosses some more money and just see how they can get a piece of it, just like Stephen A. Smith said.
I'm curious. When did you learn? What? Yep. Because of the blowback? You was going to stand on it. You got up there on your soapbox when Nick Friedel was trying to ask you questions. You stood on it.
He said, I stand.
And I'm gonna stand fast on it. You was big and bad, had your chest all out.
Because he said, I have an army behind me.
Yes. What happened to you? Where'd it go?
He didn't trust it. Instead of relying on that same said army, he apologized and folded. Because he could have stood on it. Dave Chappelle ain't went nowhere. You see what they was trying to do to him, he ain't went nowhere. Stand on it. That's what's the that's what makes the difference. You got to stand on it. Don't waver and I'm apologize. First off, I don't have anything to apologize for because I didn't make the movie. And truth be told, you want me to go over here? No. Let's go meet up with the person that made the movie, and then we'll also meet up with the person that distributed the movie, Jeff Bezos, and then let's also include the person whose 10 theaters screened the movie in Shaquille O'Neal, who was also stupid enough to be talking shit while he was the dumbass whose movies, whose theaters were screening the movies. So, I mean, that really doesn't look too hot for Shaq either. What a doofus. About 80% of what I do is to make people laugh. You big tap dancing Sambo. Overgrown coon. You can't be serious, dude. And then that's what you looking at as like, man, that's life. Boy, these dudes is done. But I mean, just let that be a lesson to you, man. This is the price of fame. And a lot of it costs your soul. You see how these people are soulless individuals? They have no ties. They won't hold and stay fast to nothing, but they got all the money. Are you guys learning how that process works?
I do not believe any apology that does not start with, I'm sorry.
Yep.
The greatest apology is change behavior. But it must start with, I'm sorry that my post offended said group of people.
Damn. Now, if only that would have worked for a Joe Biden. Why don't Joe Biden apologize to Black America? Clinton did it subsequently just for, because he had to, because he was trying to get his wife elected. What about Joe Biden, though? He pinned him. He was real proud of those laws. What about those black preachers? Like Al Sharpton and all these others who will go along with talking about crime and gun violence in our communities. Poverty is the number one crime in our community. Government poverty, government-sanctioned targeted poverty. Yeah. Talk about that. Talk about repair that. That makes sense. Instead of sitting up here acting like the victims of 400 years of oppression, Jim Crow, redlining, and all kind of bottom caste class systemizing can all of a sudden just ignore the consistent pressures that they're in as a black man leaving out the house every day. If you jump in that car and drive somewhere, it is a 50-50 chance every day that you can come home. Or some sadistic race soldier can feel that they can play with your life because they have taught the rest of their society that our lives are not valuable. And then you have dirtbag black dudes that come out here and represent that same sentiment, yelling and screaming on other black folks for the benefit of non-black people. That is the most treacherous thing that you can ever be doing in this present moment. So damn treacherous, it's not funny. But that's what we're dealing with.
I sincerely apologize. That was not my intentions. I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to sit down with people that this offended, who have a better understanding, and I'm going to understand why this was offensive. Okay, well, I'll be done with it. If he did that, Skip, I'm done with it. No problem whatsoever. Okay, Kyrie seemed to be... He hiding behind this little pathetic statement. You didn't have the gut. You sent your mom and you sent your stepmom and your dad to go get me. They didn't tweet it. No. They didn't put that out there.
He didn't make it either.
Be a man of your words, face them, and go sit down and talk to the people, the ADL, Anti-Defamation League, and get a better understanding. But don't you, what that look? I say something, but I say my
nigga. Here's what I need to say. Bottom line is, Shannon Sharpe and all you others shiftless Negroes who are actually know the truth, because that was part of your initiation. You are outright dirtbag bastards. Because you know the truth, and then you're trying to make this man lie about it. When you were initiated, they told you the truth. Assholes. So I have no respect for none of you scumbags. None. And as far as I'm concerned, every last one of you coming out against Kyrie Irving, if anything should befall you by way of the society that you have chose to throw another black man under the bus for, do not come to the grassroots for sympathy or anything, because you ain't gonna find it here, man. You are not gonna find it here at all. And you know, nor should you doing something like that. That's scum of the earth behavior. Straight up house ninja, classic house ninja, i.e. Shannon Sharpe. Yes. Still Kevin Trees said, those chews sent y'all goofy ass. Yeah. B Mick, he's showing out for massa. That is obvious. Look at me, boss. I'm getting him, boss. See, I'm getting him, boss. Look, I'm showing him good. I'm telling him good, boss. Didn't I tell him good, boss? Didn't I tell him? Shit, I told him good, boss. See, watch. Oh, I wasn't done, boss. I got some more.
I should be able to say whatever I want without ramifications, without repercussions, without consequences. Is he high? Is he that dumb, or is he bull jiving?
Well, that's kind of funny. I hear every time somebody talks bullets upon themselves, I always hear like their family members saying, he didn't deserve it. Nobody deserved to die for something they said on Facebook.
But now over a tweet, it's that much serious. Yeah.
I mean, where do you feel? I'm just going to talk. I'm not talking about anywhere. I'm just going to deal with America. That's what we are.
He just
that you feel you should be able to say. I should be able to say whatever I want without ramifications, without consequences. Well, you should try that out, Cole Beasley. And I promise you, you'll be missing more than those 2 front teeth. Try that. Go to the right place, go to the right location, and say whatever you want, and see how that works out for you.
Okay, but he's just talking about on the internet, like.
Okay, but Skip, there should be.
What do you call it? Keyboard
courage. Yeah, you got keyboard muscles.
Yeah.
And Cole Beasley has keyboard. But I tell you what, you should say whatever you want, but should that exonerate you from consequences that comes along with whatever you said?
See, now, if it's us saying that, I seem to remember there being someone on Twitter that tweeted about Clarence Thomas and the KKK. Does somebody remember that? And you had Black Agent and a bunch of other no-name screamers on Twitter in a room screaming on Tariq and everybody else who wasn't responsible for anybody getting pulled up on, but because being the bitch-ass agents that they are, they were going ahead and throwing, just like they're doing right now. It's the same thing, same play. Let me throw a lie out there and then just get everybody to start talking about the lie. Y'all seen that done in Twitter Spaces. I've totally seen that done in Twitter Spaces. Just all be up there just lying. And like, if y'all seen the Picante Stepper, y'all seen Picante Stepper, the Picante Pepper with the beret? Y'all see that dude. Yo, I'm FBA, son. Yo, word, son. Yo, yeah, I'm from New York, kid. But, I'm FBA, but, Brigua. Shut up, nigga. Anyway, these type of dudes, it wasn't, not that it's really a big deal, but wasn't he dirtbagging Eddie Murphy, too, for a while? I don't know. They are. I guess they were both single at the time, right? I guess.
So what about the consequences? So there should be no consequences for our actions. Of course. You have freedom of speech, but you don't have freedom of consequences.
Freedom of tweet. Not even speech, though. A freedom of tweet, meaning his personal page. He's tweeting something. He tweeted Hebrews to Negroes. Shout out to that brother from Detroit that wrote the book and has been, in this lane teaching Hebrew Israelite information for years. He ain't new. And so this is the thing. As more of the truth starts coming out and you have to deal with more people involved with things, yeah. And then, you got a lot of people out here. Influenoid said, I'm with Dave. Dave Chappelle, Twitter is not a real place. I'm going to tell you like this. You don't want to wait to learn the hard way what's real. And what's in your mind does never determine that factor. Are there people on Twitter? Are those real living people on Twitter with a real live reach? If your answer is yes to those two, then Twitter is a very real place. No different than Hollywood. No different than TV, no different than radio. It is just a new medium where people are at. Believe it, trust it, honor it with the same caution that you would with somebody on the street. Because see, in certain situations, you have people say, well, you got consequences for your actions. Yeah, that shit can also play out on Twitter. So if you can get your head bumped in off of Twitter, it's a real place. If you can lose your career off of Twitter. It's a real place. If you have to pay people that you don't know $500,000, it's a real place. Nick Cannon feel that ain't a real place. Kyrie Irving for a tweet feeling like it's a fake place. No, it's real. Because those people that you're dealing with are real. Every time you're dealing with real people, it's a real place. Do not ever kid yourself. That is where we mess up. Because we tend to just naturally discount things. Can't do that no more. Can't do that. You cannot do that at all. If you do that, you're being a danger to yourself. And just because it doesn't manifest itself today, don't mean it won't manifest down the road. Always remember, if you have people, you have reality. Never, ever, ever forget that. Because like a person, okay, let me put it to you like this. Say you on Twitter, popping off to a person that you don't know. They might have money and paper enough to come see you tonight. Is Twitter now a fake place? What's not real with niggas knocking at your door from what you just said on Twitter earlier that day? What's not real? When you have people, you have reality. Anywhere. Always got to keep that in mind. It's like, it's real to some. I honor the ones that bring some smoke to my face. Keyboard warriors. No. You cannot confuse the place for the people. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. See, a keyboard warrior, that person is soft. That's not indicative of where you're at. Twitter's just like a neighborhood, your cyber neighborhood. But some people have real money and real intentions of harm, real intentions of changing things when approached the wrong way in the wrong situation. That right there is not a keyboard warrior. That right there is still something that's transpiring off of Twitter. And one thing I need everybody to always remember, with the energy that we put out there does not necessarily come back in the same way that we perceive it can. One of the hugest things, no. Take nothing light. Take nothing light. Anything about these streets should have definitely taught you that. Take nothing light. If there's people there, it's real. You got hands, feet, and access to weaponry. Oh, it's just as real as it can be. So the Constitution I live by. Yeah, there's a lot of people that hold on to that influence. Believe you me. Trust me. So I should be fearful? No, you should just be mindful. But Twitter's a real space. It's no different than your hood. Only difference is somebody would have to travel to get you. Maybe. But like I'm saying, you wouldn't want to. Okay. See, Twitter not being a real place, and that sentiment puts people in minds of just naturally being disrespectful to people they don't know. That is a dangerous way to be. And I get it, because I've seen people not realize how shit is until it's up on them. And then you like, oh man, I didn't really. Yeah, because a nigga like me is trying to tell you how shit really go. While you're sitting there, I don't feel that way. Don't wait until reality manifests itself. Hopefully it doesn't. I'm not saying it. Yeah, I'm not wishing that on nobody. I hope it doesn't. I hope you're able to live in that peaceful lane that you believe exists. I hope you do. But what I'm saying is, never underestimate where people exist. When you do that, you will always, I'm out of Inglewood, Chicago. Well, you should know better then. Well, if you're from Inglewood, Chicago, how much of that killing that's going on out there didn't start on the internet? How much of that didn't start that beefing and all them raps? That all taking place on the damn internet. And then the killing happened on the street. So you of all people know that that's a real place. You understand my point now? You of all people damn sure know. If you right there in the midst of it happening. So that's why we have to be responsible for telling people where there's people. It's real. Because things can happen out here, and never put no men in them type of situations. If as women, I get it. Y'all may be able to live in that la-la land and that fantasy. For men, no. Don't tell no man, oh, it doesn't matter, because there's people getting buried every week behind that bullshit. Stop telling men that shit. If you're female, fine. Live that life. That don't work for men. That don't work for men at all. Because guess what? Prime example. Twitter's just not real. Can Kanye say that? You see how much money he lost? Can he say that? Of course not. Because it's real. Let's see. What did your opinion on when Dave Chappelle said in the case when they came for him about the Skittles comment? You believe the press, Marcel? I'm not certain of the last part of your question. But we'll see when they came for him again. That's the system of white supremacy. Just like what they're doing right now. See, what you're seeing Shannon Sharpe do is working for the taskmasters of white supremacy. That's the point. Now, when he's saying that Twitter isn't, see, here's the problem that we get into. And it's just like what he's doing. We start discounting one another. And yes, you're only interacting with somebody on Twitter. But nonetheless, you're interacting with another human being. For some reason in your minds, y'all keep detaching yourselves from that part. You ain't talking to a robot. You are talking to a person. Which, in that regard, I see a lot of people like, wow, somebody told me, go to hell today. Don't know me from a can of paint. But from what they thought they understood of what I'm saying, that's how they took it. Because they're a diehard Democrat. So for them, I don't fool with Democrats. They just believe what they believe. Guess what? Those fictitious crazies, they could still be trouble. Take nothing light. I ain't going to tell no black man to ever sit up here and don't take nothing seriously. No, that's bad advice. Very bad advice. Extremely. So as a man, no, I can't tell no dude that. And I would advise, like, again, in this stage and age, let men advise men. Because we know what we deal with, we know what we go through, and we know what the real dangers are that we face. It's not an interpreted thing. It's a real thing, so we can convey the message and convey the reality. Just like I'm doing with pushback. Now, you see no man in this chat disagree with what I said. That's why I tell men, don't get your instruction from these women about what life is out here. We fucked up.
So whatever you say can and will be held against you. And it should. Kobe is still caught up about this vaccination. That's what this is about, Skip.
Maybe.
That's what this is about.
Okay, I'll buy that.
This is what this is about.
But wait, they're not still mad at him over the vaccination?
Kyrie was on that.
I didn't put words into what you implied. I got what you said. That's why I repeated what I meant 1,000 times. I know what I meant. Now I know what you said. I mean, I got it. We will agree to disagree because I understand the reality of what men face and you don't. And that's fine. You just have to accept that I know and you don't. Being a man and all. And I know you're from Inglewood, but being a man is being a man, not being a woman. Period.
And Bill fans responded to him saying, I'm glad you aren't in Buffalo. And then he responded, you and me both. He got upset. He got upset because they made the bundle look clear. Yeah, we moving on, bro. From that moment on, because he had an opportunity to blow the whole thing up. He messed around and get COVID, pass it along to Josh Allen, and then everything blows up. So they're the Buffalo doesn't miss him. The fans doesn't miss him at all. Cowboy fans doesn't miss him. And the best thing he did for Tampa was leave because he was going to be no service to them because he was done. He was a shot fighter. I watched him one game, and I came in and said, he's a shot fighter. He was done.
Now, what's funny is he actually threw in the conversation of the jab. So again, because they were working for their taskmasters. Oh, you said, oops, Marcel Dixon explained the theater of agendas, and I see it. I don't discount that some brothers are not getting caught up in the street life. I have 3 sons. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I got 2. Got 2 grown male children, young men. No trouble, no police trouble, no none of that. And making sure that we advise them well to keep them out of harm's way. You know what I'm saying? You say, I'm not competing with men. I have no capacity to do that. No, I wouldn't say competing, but y'all do know that you all will be like, well, this is what I feel. I got it. But there's certain lanes that only we will be able to convey to another one of us. There's so many things that you could tell another woman that I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to tell nobody the first about being pregnant and going through all of the different trimesters of pregnancy and delivery and postpartum and all of that. I've experienced from the second hand. But I've never been through it myself because I don't have that capacity. You feel what I'm saying? So when I say that, hey, we understand things that we face, that's what I'm talking about. So when I say Twitter's a very real place, from a black man, it's extremely real. It's extremely. So let me explain something to you. Back when back in the early 2000s, when I was, producing hip hop records, one of the things that we always was mindful of doing, number one, because certain people were already on paper with situations, is to be mindful of what you put on a record. There was no Twitter or internet back then, but see, music still traveled and spoke for you. So your music is your calling card. So when you show up to another city and you say, I'm gangster and I'm this and I'm blah, 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 blah. There's somebody coming to your show wanting to see what all of that gangster is really about. They don't know you from a can of paint. They have just witnessed you from a distance. Now you are in harm's way just based on the simple music that you are putting out, trying to give your expression to the world. That's not saying you did anything wrong. I'm just saying that is the reality of what we face. Buffalo, New York is very real. I've heard about Buffalo, Tia. World views, greetings. Yeah, I definitely heard about Buffalo. Yakanan, yes indeed, Shabbat Shalom, Machapacha. Again, we all have different things that like pop up in different areas, but for, like I say, for the men, like Kevin Samuels always said, there's always some kind of inherent notion that of potential violence, and it's real talk. And it's not so when people say, "Oh, Twitter ain't a real place," for us, it is. Anything out there when it's people, yes, when egos can get hurt and egos can get bruised, yes, it's very extremely real. Y'all better believe it. That's not like all this. All this killing out here. You think all of these people know each other just from meeting each other on the street? Half these beefs come from online. These people don't know each other like that. It's a bunch of hating from a distance, and then hating from a distance comes up and close and personal beef. Nah, that's the shit we trying to avoid. So yeah, I'm never gonna tell nobody like Twitter ain't real. Hell yeah, it is. Watch what you say on that shit. Don't go out there threatening nobody. Don't go out there talking crazy to people that you don't know, because you don't know what they're going through. You understand what I'm saying? We got to be mindful of that. And that's how we keep our people protected, because we got to make sure. So rap music kills? Hell no. See what you're doing? And that's why I checked that. Because now you asking silly questions. So rap music, what I just told you is, when we were making music is, we have to be mindful of what we say. Because just like that Bible say, and everybody has also learned, life and death come in the power of. So why not watch what you say? You can speak life, you can speak death. I need to see the stats. I'll make it easy for you. Go look at Empire Records resume. After you do that, let me know what you see. And I mean, go all the way back to 2001. And then tell me what you see. I don't really speak on that dude much. But since you asked the question, just go ask, just go check on who Ghazi is. Does rap music kill? Percocet, Molly Percocet, Percocet, Molly Percocet, Repticet, got a Repticet. What? Does what? Does what do what now? You got a bunch of lean heads out here and acting like it just happened overnight. A bunch of pill poppers. We didn't do that shit growing up. We don't do no pills. All this influence is coming through way of the music. If music heals, it's a yin and yang. So it has the ability to influence positive, has the ability to influence negative. I'm a musician. My name is literally Beatzilla. You're asking me about music. Of course it does. Why you think people sitting up there listening to sad songs that are depressed? Listen to them. I mean, and truth be told, like rap lyrics, at least that's all about harming somebody else. You got some of them rockers, boy, all they sing about is harming themselves. And then the people that go listen to them, subsequently, a lot of them end up doing the same thing. Yeah. Boy, y'all, y'all ain't been paying attention to some of these things, have y'all? Maybe I need to start getting into some of that. Man, in Florida, boy, you opened up a whole can of worms. I could do a whole nother broadcast on that conversation, but we about to get up out here. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Because I'm just like do anybody else have questions about stuff like that? You don't do you not believe that happens? These people, these record labels are so evil that they have altars to Satan in their buildings. They pray over these records. They pray the spirit of logic and reason. Because if you have logic, then you'll have your own base logic, and then you'll use your own reasoning to justify your actions on everything you do. So they won't pray the spirit of wisdom and understanding. They'll give you logic and reason, and then vanity. Logic, reason, vanity ends up making a vanity slave. Vanity slave will kill, steal, destroy to keep it. You see all the flashing money, all the fanning money. You got to know. When I'm speaking systematically, not one-offs. If you have a record company and record companies that are having high priestesses and witches praying to Satan over their records, that's far from a one-off. That's a system of control. That is a full-fledged system of control. Belly Ray in the house. What's going on, brother? Yeah. So, we might have to do that, fam. I see y'all, Worldview said word has power in a negative and positive. Words have power. We've always heard that. We've always heard words have power. Always remember that. That's why do you think they want us to stop talking about reparations? Because as the people hear that word more and more and more, they're like, man, it's becoming a reality. Shout out Tiffany Cross. So this is what I'm saying, family. Y'all got to be mindful, and let's just stay focused on the task at hand. Understand, we got this reparations rally tomorrow, Washington, D.C. For all of you who are already out there, I'm not sure if my brother has made it yet, or if he might be leaving tonight. So hopefully traveling grace and mercies to my brother Black Alpha and Queen Alpha. But yeah, if y'all can get up out there, y'all go out there with the family tomorrow, man. 11 a.m. November 5th, Freedom Plaza. They were out there looking at the site today. Everything's a go. Cool. Dr. Kaba out there already. So, it's cool. Connie out there. So Sister Nora Dose she's already on site. I guess Marcel will probably be there. I forgot to even ask him when I talked to him earlier today. But he'll be there at some point, of course, because he's speaking as well. So he might have left after we had spoke earlier today. So, who knows? I wish I was there, though. Damn it. Must be nice. So maybe my question is why people are so easily influenced by people with keyboards. Perhaps the thinking needs to be adjusted. I would love to get into that question. I might have to do something else on those type of topics. Because that's kind of like the power of influence type of situation. And there's a lot that goes into that, but that is when you say your thinking needs to be adjusted, I wouldn't say adjusted. You just need the proper information or all the missing pieces of information, I guess, that you would need to kind of to lock down everything that's going into that type of situation. I'm kind of walking around what I'm saying, but I hope you get it. But yeah, family, these people out here, the Shannon Sharpes, the powers that be, all the Kyrie haters. I'm no Kanye hater at all. And like I said, I haven't really went at that brother at all because, again, you have like Dr. Short. They have a relationship, somewhat. So, hearing some of the things, again, I believe he's actually talked to boys. I believe Kanye has actually talked to boys. So, that's cool. He's trying to reach out and talk to somebody over in these spaces. So, better late than never. Better late than never. I'll say that. But yeah, we are on the move, family. See, I think it has kept us stuck as a people. Well, as I can probably say to the brother, the rest were blinded. So we look for a smaller group, those special people, those special people that maybe could be considered the elect. And with that, Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it? Yes, indeed. Judah Queen said, I really hope the event will be live streamed tomorrow because enough of us can't go. Black first, and thank you for this truthful broadcast. Thank you so much. Thanks for the engagement in Florida. Absolutely. I hope, I really do hope somebody is streaming. I know that Tariq probably won't be. But yeah, just I guess kind of look out for the hashtags and see if something don't pop up. And somebody just randomly, filming out there. And y'all keep an eye on Roland Martin and make sure that he don't pop up out there filming. Because boy, if y'all do, y'all better go show his location out there. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, y'all have scales over their eyes, man. I said, and the rest were blinded. And scales, you need to get them. You need to get them washed. You get them washed off, so you could see clearly. And we like to bring clarity here. And that's why we are between me and my brother, the certified truth. And we love bringing you this good certified realness, truthfully and honesty, the way it's supposed to be done. Unlike all of these liars that they call the dead black media. Shout out Tiffany Cross, Roland Martin, Joy Reid, and all the rest of them. The Black Eagle, as you've been doing way too much cooning as well. But, it is what it is. That's them old niggas. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Beatzilla PDX. Y'all can follow me on Patreon, where you can find the Kyrie video at Beatzilla PDX Official. And then, of course, you can find me on Melanated People at Michael Beatzilla Whitmore. And, oh, man, that's what I'm saying my name. Do you know I just got something from the local voter people? They like, here's the voting in your area. Well, they gave me a voting report card. You ain't voted since 2016. Like, I don't think that's true. I think I voted for, no, that ain't true. I didn't vote for no candidate, but I did vote for legislation. Like, that ain't true. We did vote for legislation. We voted on the legislations and we wrote our names in. So that's actually not true either. So that's right. I was a candidate because I wrote myself in. So yeah, I voted. Michael Beatzilla for Whitmore. Michael Beatzilla Whitmore for mayor. How about that? Champion this man right here. Yes. I ran a very short campaign. It just took my time to write my name on the line of the write-in, and the rest is history. But I would advise, and if you want to do that for president, you could do that as well. So you say, who you vote for? I voted for me. You can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. That's ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket by way of donation, you can definitely do so at Cash App or PayPal. That's Cash App, $Beatzilla PDX. That is Cash App, $Beatzilla PDX. And we have PayPal, which is Zilla Muzak. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. So with that being said, family, we are on the move. Night Rider said Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Judah Queen said, I'm waiting for November 8th. It is going to be a very rainy day out the eyes of some of these folks. I just can't wait. I can't wait. You guys have been trying to destroy our party. No, we just been trying to get tangibles, and you have been just trying to destroy our reparations claim. So with that, yeah, we're going to be at direct odds, family, for shizzo. I mean, because again, when you got people like this,
I'm not always going to only talk about what we can do for Black people.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No.
I just got to give you the Jeremiah Wright.
First was the controversial Reverend Jeremiah Wright.
I say America, America's mother, America's daddy, America can eat a dick, America can lick the balls.
And with that being said, it's so funny that now all of a sudden, once again, the anti-Semitism line has came back up for Black Shemitic individuals such as myself and others. So with that being said, we keep our smooth stones at the ready over here because we keep a hold of the stone of truth at all times, because I think right now for the whole entire world, it should be apparently obvious that we already know who Satan is. Have a blessed weekend, y'all. Everybody have a blessed time at the rally tomorrow, and we will be about the business of empowerment, reparations, and going forward without the devil in our way. Can you dig it? Black first. Shalom, y'all.
When you know who Satan is,
Yes, sir.
you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth.
Yes.
See, that's what you throw.
Yes, right, right.
Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.
Thank you.